Stripping for gold with Andy. All right, so I got two items today. Just a quick, simple strip. Actually, I got a bunch of things, but I got just two I wanted to do right now for this video, and I'll make it pretty quick. One is a cellular modem or a Wi-Fi access point through your, a mobile access point, whatever you want to call that, and the other one being a Nest smoke detector. We're gonna see what's inside. So, okay, here's our AT&T mobile access point, and here is our Nest smoke detector. The access point, I already this takes security screws in the back. It's a T. There's no way that's going to focus on it. It's a Torx bit, but it's a Torx with a small kind of hole in the middle. They call it a T. Well, it's a T10M. I think M or H. I think it's H. Sorry. Okay. Now, I was hoping that would just come apart, but it doesn't want to be helpful. So let's do this. Let me pause. I'll be right back. Okay. I just had to take a Phillips head, a straight head, slotted, whatever you want to call that bit, and just put it in there and just kind of, it popped apart. So here is our board, and of course it is covered with heat sinks. So let me, and that's also let me see if it's the same size. No, it is the same type though. See that? You can think it's the same. It's hard to see. But it's a Torx security bit. Let me pause and find the right bit, and then I'll tell you what it is. Okay. It was actually just a really, really small Phillips head. So I undid them. I haven't uncovered. Of course. Just more conundrum. There's nothing under that. Literally, what was that supposed to cool? Why have a heatsink when it's just not doing anything? Alright, well, let's uncover that. Oh, yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, so we do see some chips. Can I get this out? I don't see how it is connected. Oh, I'm making progress. Oh, it's probably good. Yeah, right there. Okay, we're making progress. We are making... Oof, look at the heatsink there. Alright. Freed from its cocoon. Let's put those there. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so what do we have? We have gold connectors here. I think that's a Dallas switch, which means it's just copper coils and stuff in there. Not worth anything. That's a dual inline IC. That's obviously a CPU type IC. Same logic chip of sorts. Look like memory type chips. Those will all have gold bond wires. They're small, but they do. Now, what's under door number? Oh, this is not an easy one. I'm not going to be able to see that. I bet there's a crystal oscillator under there. Okay, but let's do this. This is fun. How do I get this apart? Oh. No, I see the posts, but I don't see. Those posts carry through to the other side that go to this, but there's no taking off. I think this just actually pulls through. I think this also secured that. I don't know. Okay, let me pause. I'll come back and tell you. Yeah, that was already, so it came right off. That's it there. Let me take this goopy stuff. This stuff's kind of fun to play with, the silicone, blah, blah, blah. Huge heatsink, but it's got that metal that I'll have to pull those out with a Actually, might have to punch them through this side because it's bigger on that side. So might have to put it in a vise and just punch through each one of those, because those are going to be magnetic. This, on the other hand, is a clean piece of extruded. This is, look at a magnet. It's magnetic, I can feel it. Yeah, magnetic. So I'm going to go to my magnetic pile. What's under this? Nothing. Looks like some MLCCs or something. So what we're left with, and I can't get under those. I'm going to pull these off because I just don't like them. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I started prying these boards. No, that one's just almost off. There we go. It looks like we have, is that, yep, that's magnetic. So that'll go to my magnetic pile. So there are some CPUs. Oh, got my on my sneakers. But they're small. So what I'm gonna do is clean up these cages. I'm gonna pull them off to clean up, and I did get rid of that other one. Oh no, there it is. Oh. Let me just take the slotted, as I'm supposed to say, instead of straight head. I'll call it straight head. Slotted. Yeah, see how these cages come up? I can clean up the board by pulling them off with nothing really there though. But I can pull them up with the these. I strongly suggest knife picks, monkey wrench. Like these ones especially. This, you press the button to switch it down. It's got real fine tuning. And it's pretty small actually, this one. You can get a bigger one if you really want, and it's thin this way, but you can grab this metal, and I gotta somehow hold that board down, so let's try this. No, let's just do this. I'll do this. Anyway, oh well, you can see that. You can see how easy it is to pull, and then you can do it back and forth once you get to a certain point. So you can clean up that board of all this excess metal that will basically degrade you a bit when if you try to sell the board. And let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cleaned it up kind of. This side I fully removed those cages, but it started taking off some of the blue. On this, I just cleared out the center pieces. There was some pieces that went straight across those chips, like, you know, like this. It went across like that or whatever. So I get rid of that. That way you can see everything clear. It wasn't a whole lot of weight. There's all the metal there, and it's pretty easy to take apart, but just be gentle to the rest of the board so you don't crack it. We'll also get rid of these because that's just excess metal. And they would want you to get rid of it, so I do the back and forth metal fatigue to get it off. So basically, with metal fatigue, you just go back and forth. And eventually, most metals have to be bent enough, fatigue and break away. Aluminum is pretty easy. See this one here? So what I'm going to do, put it here, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, boom, metal fatigue, it broke off. So now we have a nice clean board. The only metals that aren't really susceptible to metal fatigue is titanium. Now, if you're effing with titanium, well, you're probably in a whole different set of electronics. But if you ever do run into something that you try to metal fatigue it to get it to break, and it doesn't, that's going to be titanium. Okay, so there we are. There's the board. I'm going to throw the plastic away. Put this in my plastic. So with that, we got the board, which I'm going to go with high-grade peripheral. It's got some chips. It's got no real junk on it. So, and it is a high-quality board. You can feel it. This metal, excess metal if you want. I think I cut myself. And you got aluminum. I got to clean that up. This is, other than these, the insulator material. Oh yeah, that piece of aluminum. Well, I'll clean those up. And yeah, that's good. So that's a decent amount of aluminum there too. Extruded aluminum. So now, onto the nest. For Phillips heads, let me unscrew and we'll look at that. Okay, I'm going to do a separate video on this. I know what's going on here. I was able to get, that back off. However, the rest of this is going to be a little bit of a project due to the fact that it probably has radioactive americium I want to say 252, 248 in it. And that's what I think this is here. I forgot about that. Smoke detectors have a radioactive pellet inside. And they really don't want you to access that or a lot of that. I on the other hand, love it because I then add it to my element collection, so I have a decent amount of americium radioactive material. And if you take a Geiger, which I have, bizarrely enough, I have a Geiger counter. I take the Geiger counter and put it near the americium, and it goes nuts. Starts blaring, unsafe. I do shield it, so I keep it shielded. The particles coming off of it don't go very far. Alpha, beta particles. I don't think it gives off a whole lot of gamma. I hope not. But, ooh, yeah, I gotta get a Band-Aid too. So, I'm gonna do another video on this. But thank you for watching this video that we just saw on the access point, the AT&T access point. So you get a high-grade peripheral board that you can sell to boardsort.com. And some of the chips, I think I showed the CPU. There's nothing super exotic on it, but there's it does have a crystal oscillator too, which one of those types with the gold around it. It's a good board. I mean, quality board, I should say. So this will get you a decent return on materials for something that you pick up usually for free at the redemption center. Like I said, I'm going to do another video on that because it's just a little more complicated. All right, well, thanks for watching, and hope all is well. Stripping for gold.